Evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Good? Good. What's news? Oh, yeah. Cool. That sounds lovely. All right, folks. We're going to start in a seated position together. So get yourself nice and comfortable. However you like to get seated. Hello. That's very close. Yes, indeed. Nice comfortable seat. Could be cross-legged or kneeling. Nice to sit on something like a cushion. We're going to start with a very short, very brief meditation. So you might even sit up against something for some of you. If it's a little difficult through the hips or the lower back. Once you've found that seat, let's go ahead and shut down the eyes. Make sure your lower back is somewhat elevated here, lifting it up. We'll just take a little moment to settle here. Go ahead and take a nice, long, very deep breath in with a gentle, softening breath out. Let your shoulders soften a little, eyes and jaw too. And just start to become attentive to the body. Let your body become the main focal point for your attention to rest on. Notice that as you bring your attention to sensation in the body, it kind of draws you into the present moment and engages with the present moment in a fairly accessible way. See if you can maintain this kind of sensitivity to the body as you take your awareness inside of your body. Just for a moment, can you leave aside obligations? Leave aside any opinions or reactions? Can you fully embrace simply being aware in this moment? Don't need to do anything. But can you ask your mind to center its attention on being aware of the breath? Start to think of meditation as simply focusing, concentrating. The more well acquainted your mind becomes with being in a state of focus, the more efficient it becomes. The more attention it can give to whatever task is at hand. Think of it as a heightened quality of attentiveness and immersion or engagement with your own body. Here, think of it as an intimacy with yourself. And naturally, the mind will probably want to do other things. Certainly, the more still that you become, the more the mind wants to fill that space with kind of just doing whatever tasks that it's got backed up. Processing, understanding, unpacking, projecting, planning. Let's see if you can simply rest your attention at your breath. Here, specifically in nostrils, and start to become aware of the flow of your breath, the sensation of your breath, the coolness of it going in, the warmth of it going out. Now see if we can, in a sense, maintain focus on the breath. It might be nice just to add a little element into this. Commentating on your breath, as you inhale, say to yourself, inhaling. As you exhale, say to yourself, exhaling. I'm going to leave you in a little bit of silence with this. Keep on focusing the mind at the breath, on the breath, with the breath. So that the content of your mind becomes the breath itself. You're not trying to be present, you simply are present. Stay with that feeling of the sensation of the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Just a little bit of silence here. Now keeping that sense of intimacy with the breath, start to deepen it. Breathe a little bit more fully down to your belly. Breathe out just a little bit more slowly. And start to generate a consciously slow and smooth breath. The slowness of the breath is really just coming from the depth and the smoothness of the breath combined. So no need to, kind of slow down the pace necessarily, but rather deepen and smooth it out. And the pace should slow down naturally. Now maintaining that level of kind of sensitivity towards the breath and therefore yourself, try and keep on reinforcing a kind of meditative state or just the focus of the mind on the breath. We'll start to build some postures around that sense of focus on the breath. So as you blink open your eyes, roll over the knees and come into cat-cow. Tabletop position now. Use this opportunity of cat breath, timing of the movement. So as you inhale, press the belly down, puff the chest forward and look up. And the exhale arches through the spine as you round and tuck your chin. And you keep on going like that. You might start to generate a little bit more fluidity and depth as you move for rounds. But take your time. try not to let your enthusiasm get ahead of being attentive to the state of the body. So desire takes a back seat to nurturing. Just take 1 or 2 more rounds here. And then gently go ahead and tuck the toes to lift the hips up into downward facing dog. And as you get up there, you might start to pedal a little through the legs, bending or swaying the hips a little bit from side to side, even completely dropping the heels over to one side and really elongating through the side body into a bit of a side kind of stretch there. You might take a couple of breaths on each side. Really no wrong answer here. As you wish. For another breath or 2 more. And then, good. Next inhale, through the high plank, bring shoulders above your wrists. Exhale, take your butt back into downward facing dog. And just 2 more like that. High plank brings you forward, shoulders above wrists. Exhale takes you back to downward facing dog. Now, 1 more, high plank, pause there, shoulders above wrists, and lower all the way down until you're flat onto your front side. Arriving there, take the hands off the side of the mat and roll through cobra. Point the toes and lift the chest. And the exhale takes the chest straight back down. We carry on just like that. Inhales coming up with the chest, and the exhales take it straight back down. Really keep the legs, the thighs nice and firm, and keep on waving the spine up and down. 1 breath to 1 movement. And just 1 more round now, lift and lower. And as the chest comes down, send your butt back to your heels into child's pose. Pause in that child's pose for a moment and interlace your hands behind your lower back, raising the hands up and over the lower back. And once the hands come right up sort of above the chest or above the shoulders rather, start to lift the hands towards the ceiling. So no need to go further over the head, but go up towards the ceiling and take maybe just 1 or 2 more breaths like that. And then releasing the hands, lift the chest up into a kneeling position. Now in this kneeling position, walk the hands just behind your feet, fingers face forward, and lift the chest up through the shoulders, really rounding the shoulders back. And maybe just 2 more breaths here. Little bend through each elbow is good too. And then coming up into downward facing dog once again. Place the palms, tuck the toes, lift the hips, settling the heels here. Now, next inhale to high plank, tap your right knee to your right elbow and simply step back into down dog. A few more like that. High plank, left knee, left elbow. Back to dog. Keep on going. Right knee, right elbow, come forward. Back to dog. Left knee, left elbow, come forward. Back to dog. And this time, just high plank, ripple forward and lower all the way down until you're flat onto your belly. Arriving there, reach your arms back by your side, palms face down. Inhale, lift the chest and arms up off the ground. And exhale to take you straight back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, chest and arms lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, chest and arms lift. And exhale down, either up through plank or back through child's pose and into downward facing dog. And as you arrive there, nice easy walk to the top of the mat. Feet to about hip width apart. Now halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale to fold forward. 1 more like that, tight belly as you half lift. Exhale to fold in. Inhale to stand all the way up, reach up and stretch up. Catch opposite elbows above your head, suck your belly in and squeeze your butt. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, back up through the center, and exhale, lean right, over to the side. Back up through the center. Now raise the arms and suck the belly tight to fold all the way in. Now, in this fold, halfway lift and pause there. Take a little bend into your knees so your butt drops. Now lift the heels up off the ground. Sweep your arms back like you're flying. Should be resting on the balls of the feet. Now see if you can get your butt in line with your shoulders. So upper body is totally flat. We just take 1 more big breath there. And inhale, standing up, keep the heels up, reach up nice and high, reach for the ceiling, and then gently plant the heels down and fold forward all the way in, halfway lift, flat back. Step back to plank position, coming straight through a Vinyasa flow. Half plank chaturanga. pull the chest through into up dog. And the exhale finds downward facing dog. Maybe 2 more breaths there in downward facing dog. Contrasting at the back of the body there, the hips up and the heels down for just 1 more breath. And then heels up, knees bend, look to the front, lightly step to the top of the mat. Now, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold in. This time as you stand up, reach up and lift the heels up at the top, nice and high. 1 big breath at the top. And then plant the heels down to fold all the way down. Halfway lift, flat back. Step back to plank position and coming through 1 more flow. Chaturanga, bend at your elbows, lower in. Pull the chest through into up dog. And the exhale sends the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Now, just 1 more big breath there in dog. Good, and heels up, knees bend, look to the front, walk, step or jump, top of your mat. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, feet together now. Exhale to chair, twist off to your right and hook the left elbow around the knee. Sit the butt low and turn the right shoulder back just a little. Now, keep the knees in line here for just 1 more breath, short hold. Inhale, stand, reach and stretch up. Into the other side, chair twist left, right elbow hooks around the knee. Press heavy into the hands, left down into the right. Keep the knees in line. Just take maybe 1 more breath there. And now stand. Reach up and stretch up. Little back bend at the top, press the pelvis forward. And then exhale to fold straight back into the floor. Now halfway lift, flat back. Step your left leg back. Puff the chest forward on fingertips, runner's lunge. And right hand raises up from there into simple twist. Now, come up onto your left fingertips so the legs do a little bit more work. Now, squeeze your left butt cheek on nice and firmly. And take just 1 more big breath there. And then reach your right arm up over the head, palm faces down. And now straighten out through your front leg into pyramid pose, hand to the foot. We do that a few more times. Lunge into the front knee, reach your right hand forward, and then roll the shoulder up into simple twist, and then reach it forward, and then straighten through the front leg as you fold. 2 to go. Lunge, reach forward, and then up as you twist. Reach back to the front, and then folding forward. Last one, here we go. Simple twist, reach forward, and then up, rolling the shoulder. This time, pyramid, fold in this shape. Might be a little bend in the front knee, but start to lift the front ball of the foot and lower the back knee all the way down into half Hanuman. Adjust it so the hip is landing above the left knee. Little halfway lift as you get there, and then fold back in. Keeping the front foot, however, very lifted, ankle very stiff and firm here. Just 2 more breaths in this shape as you are. And inhale, runner's lunge. Walk the hands forward, pick up the back knee off the floor. Now, right hand raises up. Take your time with this one, but side plank, right leg steps back on top of the left one. As you get there, find a tree pose with your right foot. So right sole of the foot inside the left thigh. Lift the hips here so the thigh presses up into the foot a little. Take 1 more big breath there. Now, hug the knee in towards your chest. Right hand comes down, fall and triangle. Scoop the right leg underneath the body. Kick it out to the left. Place the back heel down and raise the left hand up. 2 more big breaths in this shape. Nice and slow, deep breaths. Left hand down, right leg up and out, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and peel the hip open. Exhale, knee to the nose. Pull it in tight, round through your upper back. Shoot the leg back up. Right knee taps left elbow, cross it underneath the body. Inhale, back up. Right knee taps right elbow. Pause there. Take it down to the wrist. Pull it back to the elbow and shoot it back up. Step to a squat. Right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left hand. Sit your butt down. Chest up, hands to prayer. Probably just 2 big breaths there. Squeezing back the shoulders. Pull the chest through the arms, up dog. And into downward facing, hips up and back. 1 or 2 more breaths there in down dog. And heels up, knees bend. Look to the front, walk, step or jump, top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, stand tall, reach and stretch up. And then exhale to fold straight back down towards the ground. Now half lift. Right leg steps back. Come up onto fingertips, runner's lunge. So super long through the back leg, through the spine. Left hand raises, simple twist. So back leg super straight, super stiff. Up onto the right fingertip. So the legs have to do a little bit more work. Butt squeezes, right butt cheek on, nice and tight. Now just take one more generous breath here. Reach your left hand up over the head. And then as you straighten through the front leg, fold forward, hand to foot. And we keep on going like that. 3 more rounds. Lunge, left hand now reaches forward and then up as you roll the shoulder. And then reach it forward and down again. Now keep your right butt cheek tight as you come up into the simple twist. Right butt cheek, left hand up. Reach it forward and then down. This time back up into simple twist. One more. Reach up. This time fold into pyramid. Now lift up the front ball of the foot, pulling the toes up and lower the back knee down until it hits the ground. Nice and gentle. Halfway lift, get out of the lower back there. And then fold back in, nice and gentle like. Soft jaw here. Pay attention to just the feeling of the posture. There's a little shift in each posture you can make to kind of work with it rather than any grit or determination in it. It's that little feeling of nurturing the posture rather than struggling with it as much as you can. You find that in the breath. We just take 1 or 2 more here. All right, walk the hands forward. Runner's lunge. Pick up the back knee. Left hand raises up and into side plank. Step the left leg back on top of the right one. Once you get there, tree pose it. Left foot inside the right thigh, but lift the hips up. So keep the thigh squeezing as well, the right thigh that is. 1 more big breath there. Now pulling the left knee up into your chest. Fallen triangle, left hand down. Scoop the leg underneath the body. Pivoting on the back heel so it spins down. Right hand raises up as your leg kicks out to the right side of the mat for just 1 more breath there. Right hand down, left leg up and out, 3-legged. Bend the knee and peel the hip open. Exhale, knee to the nose, really round through your upper back. Inhale, shoot it back up. Over to the right elbow, tap. Inhale, back up. Left knee, left elbow, and pause. Down to that wrist, back to that elbow, and shoot it back up. And then gently, gently, step to a squat. Left foot, left hand. Right foot, right hand. Sit the butt down. Chest up, little squeeze of the elbows for 2 more breaths. Squeeze them outwards, that is. Belly in, however, suck it in. 1 more. Big breath here now. Hands on the ground. Step or jump back directly into chaturanga half plank. Pull the chest through the arms into up dog. And the exhale finds downward facing dog. Now, just 1 more big breath in down dog. Heels up, knees bend, look to the front, walk, step or jump, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, stand tall, reach and stretch up. And then exhale folds you straight back down towards the ground. Now half lift, inhale. Left leg steps back, nice and slow. Left hand reaches a little bit further forward. You bring it forward. Turn to your right into Cleopatra. So let the front knee drop out to the side, turning all 10 toes to your right. Reaching for the back of the mat here for just 1 more big breath. And then we pulse just twice. Lift the hips with the right hand up over the head. Exhale, sink back down. 1 more, up and over. Exhale, back down. This time, turn to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. As you get there, 3-leg dog. Right leg lifts up and out once again. Bend the knee and peel the hip open. Now, we take this a little further. Right knee to left elbow. Hold there. Spin the back heel down. Raise the left hand up. Now, keep the knee to the chest 2 times now. Do your best. Kick the leg to the side. Pull the heel back in. 1 more. Leg to the side. Pull it back in. You got it. 3-leg dog. Left hand down. Right leg up. And step through. Right foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge. Chest and arms raised up. Exhale. Left hand forward. Right hand back. Now squeeze your left butt cheek nice and tight here. Flip your front palm. Reach up and back. Keep that tension. And as you bow forward, hook your left elbow around the front knee. Hands come together. Make sure the back leg is very stiff, very straight. Wings or binds are welcome here. You just got maybe 3 more long breaths to go. Hands on the ground, straighten through the front leg. Now just 3 breaths in pyramid. So lift the front ball of the foot up from here and we take those 3. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Good. Next inhale, standing splits. Launch off the back leg. I mean, not like a rocket launch, but definitely lift up the back leg and fold forward. Some form of gentleness about it. Once you get there, lift the left hip up a little bit, tilt it open. Bend your top knee. Take the top of the foot with your right hand. So left hand still on the floor. Now keep on lifting the knee up and folding forward. Maybe the left hand takes the right ankle and you find a full balance there. Otherwise, 2 more gentle yet generous breaths. Gently step your left foot back and down into warrior 2. Open out the arms, straighten through your front leg and reach the front palm up and back. As you now reach forward for triangle. Reach as far out as you can, extending the side body and right hand down, left hand up. Little turn of the chest up towards the ceiling. Back butt cheek squeezes on tight. Belly in. 2 more big breaths from here now. All right, inhale, stand. Flip the front palm up and back. Reverse the shape. Back through to warrior 2 for side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to the floor. Top arm into a half bind. Keep the front knee nudging out to the right, just a little. Think about taking the full bind, right arm underneath the thigh, but keep an eye on your breath. Let that be the marker of your quality. This posture's in part designed to build the strength of the legs. So let them work a little. Shouldn't be too comfortable. Keep the back thigh tight. Keep your breath nice and deep. We look to find a sense of comfort in the mind. Don't worry about the body. Body's got work to do. Center the mind. 2 to go. Good. Inhale, stand. Flip the front palm up for the ceiling. Keep the half bind of your back hand there. Straighten through the front leg. Now that top arm, bend the elbow, take it behind your head. Think about interlocking the fingers here. Maybe not though. Lift the chest up a little here and take just 1 more big breath. Now, right where you are, back into warrior 2, just for a moment, bending into the front knee, and then hands to prayer, skandasana at the back of your mat. Bend into the back knee. As you turn the toes out, 2 more big breaths here in this shape. And now, runner's lunge at the top of your mat. Walk the hands forward. As soon as you get there, runner's lunge, look forward, warrior 3 to come. Pounce off the back leg. Now, you can have the hands on the ground, but when you're ready, release them and elevate by pushing down into the standing leg until you find a T shape with the body. Hands to prayer or otherwise. Kick strong out the back. You just got 2 more big breaths here. And let's just do it once. Tap your left knee to your right calf and curtsy down, but pause. Hold in this little shape. Hands to prayer if they're not already. Take 1 more generous breath as you are. Runner's lunge, step the left foot back, hands on the ground. Left hand slides a little bit further forward, back into Cleopatra. Turn to your right, let the front knee drop out to the side, hips turn, reaching for the back of the mat. Now, in 1 more moment, either you grab onto your right big toe for full Vashisthana, or back that tree side plank where we just were a moment ago, lifting the hips, rolling back the chest a little. 1 more big breath there. Stack up the legs. Right one on top of the left one. Switch this side plank. Right hand down. Left hand comes up into wild thing from there. Left foot steps behind the right knee. Turn the chest open towards the ceiling and take 2 more big breaths there. Now in 1 big step, left foot up between the hands. Crescent lunge. Chest and arms raised up. In 1 action, hands to prayer, right knee to the chest, up and in for figure 4. Place your right ankle on the left knee. Sit your butt down nice and slow. And then hands settling to prayer. Now, if you're feeling fairly comfortable here, interlace hands behind the lower back. Roll back the shoulders and lift the fist up. Sinking the butt down a little bit. But just as we did sort of towards the start of practice, squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the hands up towards the ceiling. Butt drops nice and low for just 2 more big breaths here. All right, hands to prayer. Nice hold there. Right knee to the chest, up and in. Extra breath at the top. Find composure. Breathe deep. Step your right foot down and back. Runner's lunge, nice and gentle. 3-leg dog. Left leg lifts up and out. Bend at the knee, peel the hip open. Opportunity for a flip dog there. Stepping the left foot down outside the mat. Rotating and turning the hips as you then lift them up towards the ceiling. Opening up the chest. 2 more breaths there. Stepping the left foot to the top left corner and up into a squat. Right foot to the top right corner. Sit the butt down, chest up, hands to prayer. Either staying in squat or finding crow at this juncture. So hands on the ground, hips and heels lift up. Knees drive into the upper arms. Shifting a little body weight forward. Now really round through your upper back in crow. Keep the butt high. And shift a little bit of weight forward into the fingertips. Maybe the feet come off the ground, maybe not. You take 1 or 2 more big breaths here. And as you're ready, please step or jump back into Chaturanga half plank. Pull the chest through the arms, upward facing dog. And the exhale sends you up and back into downward facing dog, or your hips more specifically. 1 or 2 more breaths there in dog. Settled, composed breath. And here we go. Heels up, knees bend. Look to the front. Walk, step, or jump. Top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, standing tall, reach and stretch up. And a simple fold forward, all the way back down towards the ground. Now, halfway lift and step your right leg back. Runner's lunge. Right hand slides forward. This creates a little bit of space for the side body to come into Cleopatra. So turn to your left. If you're feeling quite flexy in Cleopatra, move the right hand closer towards the hip. The side bend gets a whole lot deeper. We take maybe just 1 or 2 more big breaths there. Pulse twice. Inhale, lift the hips with the left hand up and over. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, up and over. Back down. This time, turn to the top of the mat. Left hand down, runner's lunge. And then straighten through the front leg into pyramid just for a tick. And 1 more breath there. Bend back into the front. There we go. Keep moving. Left leg up and out. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee. Peel the hip open. All right. Left knee to right elbow. Cross it underneath your body. Spin the back heel down. Now right hand raises up. Keep the knee to the chest. Just twice now. Keep the left leg out to the side. And pull the heel back in. 1 more. Out to the side. Back in, right hand down, left leg up and out, 3-legged, to step through into crescent lunge. Chest and arms raise. You got it. Right hand forward, left hand back, take a twist. Right butt cheek squeezes. Flip it, reverse it. Right hand up and back. 1 big breath there. And hook and twist, right elbow around the front knee, hands together. Make sure the back leg is straight. So you might even extend or open up your gait a bit more by sending the back foot further back. Nice long breaths. Focus on the twist. Back leg straight. 2 more breaths to go here. All right, hands on the ground. Pyramid, maybe a shortening of the stance as you fold forward. Nice to lift the front ball of the foot for 3 more breaths. Look forward, standing splits. Back leg lifts up. Once you get there, find your balance. Now, right hip lifts up a little high, so tilt it up and open. Bend the top knee and reach your left hand for the top of the foot there. Folding in, letting the hip or the knee come up higher and higher as you fold forward. Maybe right hand to left ankle here. Stay with breath. 2 or 3 more. And warrior 2. Step back, open the arms, T shape with the body. Straighten through the front leg, reach up and back. And as you reach forward, find triangle. Reach as far forward as you can. Left hand down, right hand up. Right butt cheek squeezes. Keep it tight, belly in as well. Rolling back the chest for the ceiling. 2 or 3 more gentle yet generous breaths. And 1 more big breath now. Inhale, stand, flip the front palm for the ceiling, up and back. And then back through to warrior 2 for side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to the floor. Top arm into a half bind, wrap it up. Little tilt back on the top shoulder, but make sure that the back leg stays very strong. Thigh engaged, butt engaged. And the front knee doesn't fall inward. Slightly press it out. Rolling back the chest again for 2 more expansive breaths. Inhale, standing up, flip the front palm up and back. Keep the half bind straighten through the front leg. Bend the top elbow. Look to interlock the fingers and lift the chest a little bit higher there. 2 more breaths. Now back out into warrior 2. Open the arms, bend into the front knee. And as you pull the hands to prayer, Skandasana at the back of the mat. Turn the back toes out and sit the butt nice and low here. 2 or 3 more gentle breaths now. All right. Walk your hands to the top of the mat into runner's lunge. And as you get there, so actually let's keep the hands on the ground for this round. Right here, shift the front knee forward and pick up the back leg off the ground. See if you can get the back leg parallel to the ground now, toes point down. Drop your right hip here, suck your belly in, and now like a little elevator, press into the left leg and stand up, or straighten the front leg rather. Finding this warrior 3 T shape with the body, kicking firmly out the back, hold here for an extra breath. Now squat and curtsy down, right knee takes the left calf or taps the left calf. It'd be weird if it took it. We take 2 more big breaths. Hands on the ground, step your right leg back, runner's lunge. Oh, goodness gracious. So very gently, 3-legged dog. Left leg lifts up and out. Bend at the knee and peel the hip open. Just for an extra breath or 2 there. Just give it a little squeeze in towards the butt. Just a bit of a release for it for a moment. And then good. Gently step the foot back between the hands. Now slide your right hand a little bit further forward. Coming back into that Cleopatra. Turn to your left. Let the knee drop out to the side. Reaching for the back of the mat. So right here, we could take full Vashisthasana. You take the left big toe from now. And you got to lift the hips up initially. And then kick the leg up towards the ceiling. Or please, just side plank. Set the left leg back on top of the right. Hold there, breathe there. Maybe it's the tree with it. 1 or 2 more breaths. And stack up the legs. Now switch that side plank. Left hand down, right hand comes up, turn. Wild thing to follow, right foot behind. Lift the chest, open. 1 more big breath there. And right foot steps between the hands for crescent lunge, chest and arms raised up. In 1 movement, hands to prayer, left knee to the chest, up and in. And figure 4 to come. Left ankle on the right knee. Sit it down nice and low. And interlace the hands behind the lower back. If you can, when you can. Cheek the glute nice and deeply. Maybe 2 more long breaths from here. All right, hands to prayer. Stand up, left knee to the chest. Extra hold at the top for a pause. Step back, runner's lunge, hands on the ground, 3-leg dog. Right leg lifts up and out, bend at the knee, peel the hip open. Now for flip dog, step the left foot down outside the mat to the left. Turn the feet, drop the hips down towards the floor pretty much, and then bridge up into that flip dog. We take 2 more big breaths there. And then one big step, right foot, top right corner, left foot, top left corner, and sit the butt nice and low. Hands to prayer, chest up. Either stay in the squat or find crow here. Hands on the ground, hips and heels lift, round through the upper back as you shift some body weight forward. And really take some weight into the feet. Step or jump back, chaturanga half plank, coming through a flow. Pull the chest through into upward facing dog. And the exhale to downward facing dog, hips up and back. Let's keep a little simmer here. Nearly done with doing some work. So right leg raises up. In fact, just stepping up to the top of the mat. We maybe break this down. Step all the way up, feet to touch. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold in. Inhale to stand all the way up. So let's give this a little crack, and maybe there's something we can all do, but we'll have a little look at figure 4, flying pigeon or Galavasana. Let's just jump off this path wherever you want to. Right ankle to left knee, just where we were before. Sit the butt down nice and low, and just feel out in this next step. Obviously, it's quite deep to get your elbows down onto the shin, but have a look for that to be this first kind of checkpoint. If that's happening, all good, maybe hands come down to the ground. Now, obviously, if you're feeling it now through the glute and it's on, stay with it. Beautiful shape. But if you're thinking about the arm balance, I can't stress this point enough. The toes of the right foot have to literally pull onto the arm. Too often, it's just sort of the toes pointed, and then it's just sort of sliding and just resting on the skin, and the traction of the skin is just holding it there. No. You want to pull the toes onto it. So the toes pull up. If you've got nice long toes, it's going to help. And then as you pull onto the arm feeds out into the foot as well. So it should be tight. It should be work for your toes. And as you place the hands on the floor, shift your body weight forward, keep those toes hooked, and it pretty much is like crow from there with different legs. The weight comes into the fingers, the back heel starts to come up as the butt lifts up maybe. We just take another breath or two there. Monster hold if you're still on one leg standing. And here we go, standing up, hands to prayer, right knee to the chest, up and in. Nice tight squeeze for one more breath. Stay with it, right, left butt cheek squeezing. And then set the foot down. Give the shake, give the shake. Give the legs a little shake. You can give the shake too. And then we'll switch it up. If you need to take a flow, take a flow. But I say we just go to the other side. Left ankle, right knee. Butt sits down, so just check it out. Maybe elbows, that's nice and deep. Maybe left elbow is slightly resting on the inner leg, not pressing too hard, but maybe. The shin comes into the upper arm. So you really want the foot, the left foot, as high up the arm as you can. Certainly it has to be above the elbow. If it slides below the elbow, it's impossible. So keep it high. And then shifting body weight forward, pull the toes onto the arm and feed the arm back out into the elbow. Give it a little squeeze and a push. Maybe 2 more breaths. I wish I could see you. Hopefully there aren't face plants going on and ambulances being called and mothers asking, why are you doing yoga like this? We take maybe just 1 more breath. And inhale to stand. Left knee to the chest, up and in. Hold for an extra breath at the top. And then good. Set the foot down. Raise the arms up. We'll all take a flow now. Exhale to fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Step back, plank position. Into chaturanga. Chaturanga finds up dog. Up dog finds down dog. And we'll just chill in a little child's pose for a moment, or just a kneeling position. Either way, shut down your eyes and just let your heart rate settle. But just as every activity in the yoga practice is a conscious one, you're aware of it, you're an integral part of it with your attention. Here, as you're slowing your breath, it's no different. The heart rate slows by the deliberate control of the breath. Elongate your exhale, smooth it out too. And then coming all the way onto your belly, all the way flat. Now, I might just give you a visual while I'm seated. We're coming into a shoulder roll. So once you're laying flat onto your front side, extend your right arm straight out to the right hand in line with the shoulder, so one line straight out to the side. Left hand underneath the left shoulder, and then you quite literally roll the left side body open. So if you want a visual, right arm extends, rolling onto the right side body. And as you get there, the arm is out to the side, the left knee lifts up towards the ceiling as you step it behind the right knee. You can either let the head rest on the ground, or it might be nice to grab a block and put it underneath the side of the face like a little pillow. Well, you might actually have a pillow that you could use there. That would be maybe even nicer. Nobody wants a block for a pillow. Maybe some devout monks. Maybe they use a block for a pillow at night time. Wooden block, maybe. Long breaths now. A little turn of the hip back. Really want to utilize body weight here. Just throwing the knee and the hip out to the side. Notice that there's a twisting quality involved here. So whenever there's a twist, try not to puff your exhale out. Try not to drop the exhale out of the body. Guide it out of the body. For the last maybe 5, 6, 7 breaths, just a little squeeze of your right shoulder down and away from your ear. So it's a little bit more active than we were a moment ago. You're actively squeezing the shoulder down, and you might feel just a little bit more intensity come onto it. Be sensitive, be gentle. Ride that fine line between challenge or discomfort and strain. Don't cross the line into strain. 2 more big breaths. Alrighty, let's roll out. Rolling the left side body down. Never gets old. Pretty much directly into the other side. If you need a little rest, yeah, definitely let blood flow back in through the arm and stuff. But otherwise, when you feel ready, left arm extends, rolling over. Maybe even sliding the left hip a little bit more towards the middle of the mat. Nice, slow, smooth breaths. Utilizing the right knee, throwing it out to the side. And maybe just 5, 6, 7 more breaths from now. And again, squeezing the left shoulder down away from the ear. It might actually feel like the shoulder rolls open a little bit. That's okay. Work with that. Alrighty, breath or 2 more here. And release. Right side body coming down nice and slow. Let the body rest flat and still for a moment. And then just back into tabletop position, onto all fours. From tabletop, you could take your legs to the side, or you could cross at your shins and plonk your butt down to take your legs out in front of you. And once you get there, go ahead and take your legs out nice and wide. Toes turn up. Scoot your butt back a little bit, or it kind of feels like you're scooching forward. And then lifting the chest and bowing forward. Any amount. For some of us, it's just a matter of hanging the head, using the hands as a bit of a kickstand. But if you are going to walk your hands out further and bring the chest down further, you're going to keep the toes up. Try not to let your fold roll the feet in. Keep them straight up. And if that means you need to reduce your fold, do that. Think about trying to extend through your lower back. So it feels like the entire chest and torso is moving out towards the top of your mat or between the legs. And yet in contrast, the sitting bones sit down. Nice steady breaths here. Two more big breaths. Inhale, chest lifts up. In this shape, bend both knees like a seated happy baby. Take the outside blades of your feet and lift the heels up off the ground. And right there, pull the shoulders back so your chest comes through the shoulders. And then start to extend your legs any amount. Some of you might keep the knees bent. That's cool. That's nice. Pull the chest through. Tall spine here. Maybe you're going to straighten out the legs and hold like that. But again, chest pulls through. Don't round your back. Don't round your back. Maybe if you're comfortable, you shut down the eyes. If you're really, really comfortable, like terribly comfortable even with the eyes closed, bring your right foot to your left thigh. And then you do it to the other side. You kick it back out and bring your left foot to the right thigh. Keep the lower back lifted. Keep the lower back lifted. Maybe one more time. I wish I could see you. And then once you're there, bring both soles of the feet to touch right in front of your belly button, keeping the heels off the ground. Lift the chest, interlocking the fingers, pulling the chest through, and then place the heels down to fold forward into Baddha Konasana. Settle your sitting bones down. Maybe a little bit of pressure of the elbows to the inner leg. Maybe you open up the soles of the feet like a book. But really try and concentrate on the upper body. Jaw soft, shoulders soft. Breath, free to move. Not long here, just 5 more breaths. Alrighty, chest lifts up. Go ahead, draw the legs to close, and then take the feet nice and wide, about as wide as the mat. In this shape, lift the lower back first, and then drop the legs off to the left. And in this shape, lift the chest all the way up, pretty much to like a seated position, and then turn to your left. So knees to the left, turn to the left. It's a very basic twist. Both hands come somewhere behind the lower back, especially your left hand goes right around, and maybe the right hand is sort of on your left thigh to give a bit of leverage, but a little bit of lift through the lower back. You can lean back a little bit, so don't worry about the spine being vertical. You feel that jamming at the right hip there, the outside. Lean back on it a little bit, and then twist kind of deeply to your left here, and take maybe just 2 more breaths. Back through the center. I like that one. Knees over to the other side. Yeah, so don't worry about necessarily the vertical spine. It's not like other twists. You need to lean back on it a little bit. So right hand comes down, left hand to the right thigh, and then turn. But you might really take the right hand quite far around to the back. Lean back on it so the weight's going towards your right hand a little bit. A few more steady breaths. Inhale, back through the center. Knees back up through the center. Grab a hold of them and then roll down onto your back. Once you're there, place the feet on the ground and coming through 1 round of bridge pose. So tilt the tailbone up and lift the hips up. Maybe hands come next to the ears as you press the chest up and back into wheel. Alternatively, here in bridge, hands interlace underneath the lower back. Roll back your shoulders and really lift the back of the heart, whichever shape you've got going on. Lift the back of the chest here. Strong butt, squeeze the glutes. Maybe 2 or 3 more long breaths now. Even suck your belly in as you do this. Keep the butt tight. Two more breaths from now. And release. Hips coming down, nice and slow. Go ahead and eagle wrap right leg over the left one. Drop the legs down to the left into a twist. That's just a couple of breaths. Roll back your right shoulder. Just a couple of breaths. Loosen the arm a little through the lower back. Inhale, back up through the center. Wrap it the other way, left over the right. Down to the right. All righty, back up through the center. You might hug the knees in. You might have to take happy baby. You might take an inversion before you finish off. Maybe just legs up is super nice, or even dead bug can be super nice as well. Do something to make Shavasana kind of more welcomed, like it's right there ready. You've gotten rid of all the little niggles that you need to. And then within the next, 3, 4, 5 breaths, coming down towards Shavasana. And once you do, lay down flat. Take a moment to get comfy. Hopefully you've got maybe a warm blanket, or maybe the heating is just pumping at your place. I'll guide you through Shavasana. Go ahead and take a nice long, very deep breath in. And gentle releasing breath out. Pay attention again to the sensations of the body. In a post-asana practice, there's quite often a feeling of liveliness through the body, vibrance. But yet it's perfectly matched with a sense of ease. There's a natural stillness that's there. Tap into this feeling of balance, not needing to lean any more in one direction or the other. Don't need to be more vibrant, more energetic, more active. Don't need to be any heavier or more lethargic. It's that nice sort of middle ground. And that middle ground is a really nice place for contentment to arise. A certain appreciation or ease with what's here and now. Pay attention to the resting body. Keep your attention with it. Let yourself head towards a truly peaceful place here. Start to deepen the breath. Feel the sensations of the waking body. Externalize your attention. Start to wriggle, stretch, move, and eventually come back up to a seated position with the eyes closed. And as you do come up into that seat, we bring the hands to prayer at heart center. We sit for a brief moment, acknowledging the practice, documenting any shift that might be observed. Attitude here could be towards yourself, just for your efforts, or likewise. Could be outwardly, whatever it is, be sincere. And we humbly bow the head and say to each other, Namaste. Namaste, my dear friends. Pleasure as always. Enjoy the week. Hopefully I see you later in the week on the line, on the interwebs. Go eat some dinner. Take a shower. Have a bath. Treat yourself. Have a wine if you want. Why not? See you next time.